Hi everyone, so today I've got a little review for you of the Give Them Nightmares palette by Makeup Revolution. And technically this is supposed to be kind of like a Halloween palette. It was released for Halloween in October. I did use this during October and I did use this for Halloween, I think. It actually goes with Zombie and Wednesday Addams. But I did actually use these for a couple of Halloween looks and a couple of, a couple of Halloween looks. But it is a really nice palette and I love the packaging. I think it's so cool. And I am actually wearing the colours on my eyes right now because I've just filmed a little tutorial using some of the colours. So this is the palette. Ta-da! Whoa. And it is a gorgeous palette. I love this palette because it's mainly greens and purples and blues. Oh, I love those colours. They're probably my favourite colours. So I thought I would just run through the colours. I think I'll run through the colours row by row. This one here is White Noise, and it's very pigmented, but it's quite loose and it's dusty and it's hard to build up, and I had to build it up to get some colour, and a lot of it, there was a lot of fallout because of it. But it's a standard pure white and it's great for a base and inner corner highlight, brow highlight, and it's obviously one of the staples for a smoky eye. Elm Street, which is this one here. It is a deep moss green and it's very pigmented, but it took a while when swatching to build up a lot of colour. Gorgeous colour, and I am very excited to use this a lot more. I think I used it in one look and it was really nice, but yeah. I think, yeah, these ones are all the matte colours. Ash, which is this one, is a deep navy and it's very pigmented, a lot like Elm Street, but it's got a lot of fallout. Some of these colours are very bad for the fallout, but it is an absolutely gorgeous colour and I've actually used it on this look right now. The next colour is Boo, which I think the name is so fun. It took a lot of swatching to build up a lot of colour, so you might have to kind of load your brush up a lot to get some colour going, but it is very beautiful when you do get it to a good level on your eye. And the next colour is Depravity, which matches the lipstick. If you the lipstick and the Salvation lip lacquer from Makeup Revolution. So this was like a really nice kind of like Easter egg for me because I'm a huge fan of Depravity lipstick, and it's gorgeous, it's fun, it's bright, it's matte, but again it did take a lot of swatching to build it up. And then lastly is just a simple standard matte black, and this one is called Darkness. It's very well pigmented and with some fallout, but you didn't really have to swatch it too much, which is good. I find when you have a black in a palette, you want it to be quite, you just want to be able to put it on and not have to like constantly try and build it up. But yeah, from the top row, which is this one here. So this first one here is Who's There. It's a very pigmented purple with pink, almost kind of orange shimmer in it. Danger Coming, which is this one here, is a shimmery deep moss green similar to Elm Street. And this one here, which is one of my favourites in this palette, but this one here is more blue than Elm Street, and you can kind of tell that already anyway. However, it's not very pigmented, again, which is kind of a reoccurring thing with this palette, but it's fine. This one is Lethal. This one is a gorgeous shimmery teal kind of colour. It's really pigmented, and I didn't really experience a lot of fallout with this one, so this one's really good. This one will go with a lot of the greens in this palette. Pretty Zombie is this colour. This one is such a funky colour. It's got a lot of kind of shift going on in there. but it did take a lot of kind of like swatching with like my brush and my finger to get a decent amount of colour again. I think this one was the worst one for swatching. I think it took the most to get anything. So you might want to, if you're using this, definitely recommend a base. It's similar to Depravity, which is this one here, but it has a kind of lilac blue shimmer going through it. And then Bump in the Night, which is similar to Ash, but with purple tones and a kind of subtle hint of shimmer, which you can kind of see in there. And it's very pigmented, so very good eyeshadow. And then Poisonous, which is the last one in this row, it's very kind of glittery. You can see it like, whoa! This is just a very nice deep sea blue, with even though the shimmer in this right now looks like it's going crazy, it's a very subtle shimmer when you put it on, and it's kind of a gold shimmer with slight bits of green, which is very nice because if you're going to combine it with the other green eyeshadows in here, it probably really helped complement it. This one is very pigmented, so it's one of my new favourites, and it's actually been used in this look as well, in the kind of outer third. And then the second row is Lawless. Lawless is a black and purple colour with purple shimmer. This one wasn't very well pigmented. The Hunger, which is this one, just above Elm Street, which is kind of a very similar colour but with shimmer on it. Yeah, it's like light green shimmer, but this one's very pigmented, so that's very pleasing. I Am Watching You. It's like Lawless, but it's with a bit of pink shimmer to it, and it's quite pigmented as well, which, although this one wasn't very pigmented actually, so scratch that. Beyond the Night. It's a shimmery black, however not very pigmented, so a little bit disappointing. This one is Wicked, which is a deep teal with turquoise shimmer and kind of a few bits of gold. The last one is Friday the 13th, which is a black with kind of what looks like purple and green shimmer. That's what it looks like when it's swatched. And I think this one's quite pigmented. Yeah, it's quite pigmented. Not as much as Darkness though, which is the matte black. But yeah. That is a really nice palette. I really like that palette. I think all the colours are brilliant. I love how they kind of all kind of relate to each other. Like, you know, you have, if you wanted to do green looks, you know, you have like Elm Street, which is your matte colour, then you have The Hunger, and then you have this great green shimmery colour here, and then you have this one, and it's just like, you don't have to use all the greens, but if you wanted to just do a pure green look, you've got so many choices here. And you know, just the different purples and the different greens, and that's just so nice. I love it. But yeah, even though this one was kind of brought out for like Halloween, and you know, the name is supposed to be very kind of like scary, and the names of the eyeshadows are supposed to be kind of scary, like, you know, you have like Boo, and you have Elm Street and Friday 13th. They're all kind of scary, spooky names. But however, I would definitely recommend getting this palette, because with the kind of season coming up for, you know, parties and kind of the festive season, I think this is going to be really good, and it's going to be a really good palette for winter. I think it's going to be a good palette for all year round. I mean, you know, these purples and these greens are amazing, but for example this one, I will definitely be rocking it for some Christmas parties and stuff, and some nights out. I think it's beautiful, I love it, and I can't wait to use it more. But the first few kind of experiments and try arounds that I've done with this palette have been really interesting and been really good, and I think it's a winner. I think it really is. And it's only £4. I mean, can you believe it? Like, £4, what's not to love? And if you like greens and purples and blues, then I think just, yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, I definitely recommend this palette. It's got my stamp of approval on it. To be honest, I haven't really been disappointed with Makeup Revolution palettes. The only thing I would say about this palette is some of the eyeshadows aren't very pigmented, and some of them do give a lot of fallout, but I've come across that with many other eyeshadows, so as long as you kind of just realise that you're going to have to either swatch the eyeshadow a lot to build up, or you're going to have to use a base, or you know, you're going to have to apply your foundation after you've done your eyes, or you know, stick sellotape under your eyes or whatever. As long as you know how to work around the kind of small issues, because they are only minor issues, then this palette is an absolute gem and I highly recommend it. I mean, come on, £4. I hope you've liked this review, and if you have done, please give me a like, a comment maybe, saying if you have this palette or anything. And don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.